Christ was white?
Teach us. The white people teach us.
The white people taught us that Christmas and Christ is white. Now listen to this.
Learn not the way of the heathens.
Learn not the ways of the heathen.
And be not dismayed at the signs of heaven.
Don't worry about the signs of heaven, the stars.
For the heathens are dismayed at them.
Now watch this, listen good everybody.
For the customs of the people are vain.
The customs of the people are vain. Vain means lies.
For one cutteth a tree out of the forest.
One cuts a tree out of the forest, Pastor Hell.
The work of the hand of the workman with the axe. They deck it with silver and with gold.
They decorate that tree that they cut down with silver and with gold. Wait, Pastor, bear with me. God says to us, don't learn that custom. What custom is that? You heard it say, it's Christmas. It's Christmas, real easy, right? You don't gotta be a rocket scientist. Say it again.
I don't talk about the Christmas tree. I talking about the celebration of.
Okay, now you're a pastor, right? Now I'm gonna tell you something. See, he's trying to use semantics. He's saying, I ain't talking about the tree, I'm just talking about Jesus. You don't use tree. But now, now here's the question for the pastor. Where in the Bible does it say Christ was born December 25th? You're wrong.
It's never, you cannot find it in the Bible.
There you go. Okay, give me Luke chapter 2. He said, where's the day Christ was born? Where was it? You got it? Bear with me a second. I got it for you, Pastor. 41. Luke chapter 2, verse 41. Thank you, y'all, sir.
Now, his parents went to Jerusalem every year at the feast of the Passover. And when he was 12 years old, they went up to Jerusalem.
So when did Christ become 12 years old? Read it again.
No.
Read the verse above it.
And the child grew and waxed strong in the spirit, filled with wisdom, and the grace of God was upon him. Now his parents went to Jerusalem every year at the feast of the Passover. And when he was 12 years old, they went up to Jerusalem.
When he was 12 years old, they went up to Jerusalem. It's letting you know when Christ's birthday is. It was nowhere near December 25th. When is the Passover? In the springtime. So now, you as a pastor, you're going to have two choices, Pastor, just like we all had. After reading and hearing this, and you know that God says about don't cut a tree down, don't decorate it with silver and gold, if you or anyone out here decides they want to hold on to that, what?
I'm not with the tree, bro.
Okay, so now if you go to your church and say, Jesus Christ, how you say Jesus? Jesus Christ, Christos, Jesus Christus was born, if you say he was born December 25th, the dead of winter, you would be what?
Then a liar.
A liar. Very good. I'm glad you acknowledge that. Because the Bible says when Christ was 12 on the Passover, so that's springtime. So we got to teach the truth. Or we must come back to the truth that we're... That's right, that's winter. So now, when you going back to your church? Tomorrow?
No.
When? End of the month. You got a whole lot to bring them at the end of the month. A whole lot. You stopped taping too, I noticed that. You can't film that? Okay, you should have filmed that and brought it right back to your church and said, let me show y'all something. So now, do we have any other questions in the audience? Right, Chet, you got a flyer, brother? Okay, all praises, all praises. Sisters, any questions? Rob Shaw, you want to come up?
No, it's 4 o'clock, time for the go.
Okay, it's 4 o'clock. Let me ask you, here's my next and last question. If we want to be saved, as the Israelites, we are coming back to our nationality, that we are the Israelites according to the Bible. You had a question?
Yeah, I'm talking, okay, what about the white people that, because we talk about black.
That's what I was waiting for.
My question is, where do you leave the white?
Oh,
that's what I was waiting for.
Okay, he said where? So now, you know where we going? We're going to Revelation 13.
Right.
We're going to Revelation 13. Now, you believe in the Bible, right? Are you offended at anything the Bible says? He said he's not offended. Y'all hear him? No way is he offended. Okay. His question is, what about the whites then? Where does that leave them? Revelation 13, start at verse 9.
Revelation 13 verse 9. If any man have an ear, let him hear. He that leadeth into captivity.
Captivity means slavery. Read it again.
He that leadeth into captivity.
Before we read on, Pastor, we've been going over this all day. Who led us into captivity?
The white people.
Read it again.
He that leadeth into captivity shall go into captivity.
Did you hear what Christ said?
He that leadeth into captivity shall go into captivity. He that killeth with the sword must be killed with the sword. Here is the patience and the faith of the saints.
So according to that, Pastor, what's going to happen when Christ returns to all the whites that led us into slavery?
What's going to happen with all? With those that did it, not the children of them.
Oh, he said not the children. Wait, Pastor, Isaiah 14. Okay, he said not them. What about their children? We're going to go to Isaiah 14. Huh? You heard what the brother said? They are still reaping the benefits. Just like you're the descendants of the original slaves, right? Guess what they still call you today? Nigga. In case you didn't know, I'm going to let you know. We're still being persecuted from what our forefathers did. So now, like the brother there said, the whites are reaping the benefits. This is all slave money out here. All slave money. Watch this. Isaiah 14 and 21.
Isaiah 14 and 21.
Now you said that you are not going to be offended at anything the Bible says. Okay.
Prepare slaughter for his children, for the iniquity of their fathers, that they do not rise nor possess the land, nor fill the face of the world with cities.
Did you hear what God said? What did God say?
I understand what you say.
Oh, you're kind of quiet there now, Pastor. We're going to read that again.
Prepare slaughter for his children, for the iniquities of their fathers, that they do not rise nor possess the land, nor fill the face of the world with cities.
You hear that, brother? You hear? This is the Bible. They will never read this to you in the church. Oh, good for you. You went up on him. Stay out of church, because these churches will brainwash you and get you to believe in all kind of lies. So the Bible says, prepare slaughter for his children, that they do not rise, that they do not possess the land, that they don't fill the face of the world with cities anymore. That's the judgment, Pastor. Now, if you are a real man of God, you're going to go back to your church, you're going to teach them that they're the Israelites. You're going to teach them what this Bible says and not change the words. You're going to read exactly what it says, and whoever gets offended, let them get offended. You understand that? You got a flyer. Okay, do you have any questions? Okay, so giving all praises to the Most High. You got any questions over here? Come on. I can't hear you. Okay, his question, Pastor, he said, what about the so-called Jews with the black hats and the curly hair, right? Okay. Can you tell me about them? Who are they? Okay, he said he'll listen to me. Revelation chapter 2, verse 9. Because if we're the Israelites that went into slavery for breaking God's laws, who are the whites that claim they are Israelis? Here's what Christ said, Revelation 2, verse 9. This is why they don't like the New Testament.
Revelation 2 and 9. I know thy works and tribulations and poverty, because we are broke down people. But Christ said we're rich in spirit. But thou art rich. I know the blasphemy of them which say they are Jews and are not, but are the synagogues of Satan.
Do you hear what Christ said? So who are they? Who are the white men that say that they're the Jews? Read it again. He didn't hear what he said.
I know the blasphemy of them which say they are Jews and are not, but are the synagogues of Satan.
Who are they? That's right. That's what Jesus Christ said that. But they'll never read that to you in church. They will never read that. Will you read this when you go back to your church? You studied it, but do you teach that? I want to go to your church. I want to go to your church. You got my number? Wait, listen. You got my number? You going to call me? I want to call you, and we're going to pay a visit to Brazil. We're going to go down to your church. Amsterdam, Holland. We're going to go there. You got black people in Holland? A lot. We got it. Let's y'all brothers get your passport. We going to his church.